Today on my podcast, I will be speaking about my experience as being a home health aide. So, this is just a little awareness type of video. Let me just say a background about myself. I am 27, I'll be 28 in August. I always had a passion for helping people, and I always been in the medical field. My first job was working as a secretary, then I started working as a daycare provider. Then I started working as a home health aide. I am now a nursing assistant. One day I would like to be a pediatrics nurse. I have already taken some of the classes that I have to be a pediatric nurse. I think I have about 6 or 8 classes, and then once I'm done with that, I will have my nursing degree. And I was in school for vocal performance and pre med. I have one in associates, one in masters. So, the home health aide is a person that cares for somebody with disabilities, chronic illness, who are usually in the home. Also, a home health aide does not always have to be someone that's an elder. It could be someone that you work for, that you have a client that's a child. But everyone I have ever worked for was a elder. Now, I am not going to say the people's name in this video, nor am I going to say the place that I worked for, just because I don't want no one, I'm pretty sure they won't never see this video, but it might be someone listening to it, no one suing me for defamation of character. If you don't know what defamation of character is, it's a person who can sue you for tarnishing their reputation, whether it's their character, their business, their relationship, so on like that. Even though this is true events that happen, I just don't want it to be something that bites me in my ass at the end of the day. So I'm just making sure that I go about this in a smart way. So anyway, when I started wanting to take home health aid class, I never wanted to be a home health aide, but I started taking home health aid classes because it's giving you more experience to work in the medical field, and it's a good thing to have on your resume that you actually work for someone in the home. So when I first went to this establishment, they asked you, do you have any limitations that you cannot work? Like if someone is too heavy, you don't want to work with a male or female. So you could call me high maintenance, but I had 3 things that I was not going to work with. I was not going to work with anybody that lived close by me, because where I lay my head at, that's that, and where I go to work at, that's that. There are 2 separate things. I don't want getting in between the two. So I just wanted it to be separate. Then also, I didn't want to work with a male in a house, and I didn't want to work with people who had bugs in their house. I'm not trying to sound bougie or anything like that. I have a fear of bugs. I really do. I don't even like just one spider. I'm terrified of bugs. Roaches, butterflies, ladybug. I just cannot. I can't deal with them. So them was my 3 things I wasn't gonna work with. So also with the home health aid, I tell everybody when they ask me about my experience with home health aid, when you work as a home health aide, say for example you have Maria Johnson, and they will give you a worksheet and they will tell you a little bit about the person and stuff like that. Like say like if your patient name is Maria Johnson, they'll say where they live at, their restrictions, what they can and cannot do, what they want done. But as a home health aide, when you go into a house, you don't know what you may be going into. So you might be going for Marie Johnson, but you don't know who else is in the house. So working at this facility, all my other patients, I had such a good relationship with. I'm 27 now, and this was around when I was 24, and I'm still close with all of my patients. But this particular thing, like I have one patient that I go and visit. I cook for her, she cooks for me. We go in her garden and we eat together. We listen to music, we watch movies and stuff. So that kind of shows how my work ethic is like, that I still keep in contact with all of my patients that I have had. But anyway, when I first seen this particular client and I was seeing where was the directions for me to get there, it said that it would only take me 3 minutes to get there. So I'm thinking this can't be right. So I check it, and this person is literally down the street from me. So that was red flag number one. Remember, red flag number one. I called my job and they was like, when nobody can work with her, nobody wants to come in that area, because where I lived at is a bad neighborhood. I'm just gonna be real with you. It is a bad neighborhood. It's a lot of break-ins and stuff like that. So I got it, and I felt sorry that nobody could go help her where she live at, and she needs help. So I said I would do it. So when I'm looking at the worksheet of everything, it's saying that she's an African American woman. She's 56 years old, and she cannot walk unless she is on a walker. Other than that, she can't walk by herself. And it was saying the things that she needed. It said that she needed to be why she needed a couple of things did around the house. Now, also as a home health aide, you do a little things around the house, like you might wash some dishes for somebody, you might vacuum their floor and stuff, but you're not a maid. And a lot of home health aides know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, you are not a maid. You are not supposed to be walking their dogs outside. You are not supposed to be washing windows. It's very limited. So when I get there, I'm knocking on the door. She comes to the door without a wheelchair, out a walker, cane. She can walk, right? Red flag number two. So when I get in there, I was saying, what would you like me to do? She told me, you don't need to do anything. You could just sit down and watch TV with me. And I told her like, no, I ain't gonna do. She was like, that's what them all the other girls do. And I'm thinking, okay, red flag number three. They told me like she didn't have no one to come help her, so she didn't have other people. So I'm thinking, what happened to all her other home health aides? And I know sometimes home health aides, like we have lives where we can't work for somebody Monday through Sunday. But she was like, yeah, I got about three home health aides. So I'm thinking like, this don't even sound right. So I'm asking her, is there anything that you want me to do? Because me personally, I know that might be like, what the hell is you talking about? Like, all she wanted you to do is watch TV. But I ain't like that. If I go to work, either if it's 1 minute away from me, I'm going for work. I didn't have to even put on no clothes, none of that. If I was just gonna go sit, if I want to go sit down freely and relax, I can do it at my house, not in somebody else's house that I don't know, that I'm supposed to be working with. So she was like, well, can you make up my bed? So that was fine. When I go upstairs and I make up her bed, I feel something watching me and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking, okay, maybe you just paranoid and stuff like that. But you always listen to your gut. And what your gut tells you, you need to listen to, because that's God. That's God, and them are angels around you warning you. And everybody has it. You always feel it. You need to pay attention to it. But anyway, I am making up her bed and I feel something watching me. So I look up and it is her son in the doorway, shirtless, pantsless, sockless, dick hard and sweaty in the doorway looking at me. So I always been the type, I hate to be put in this situation because I didn't even know what to say. I didn't know if I, like, how can I tell somebody, oh, you can't be in here while I'm doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in his house, you know. So he's in the doorway, so I continue what I'm doing. When I walk towards the doorway, he blocks the doorway, sweaty and all, pouring with sweat, wet as hell, looking nasty, dick on hard, pointing towards me, just a mess. Okay, so I'm saying excuse me. He like, what do you mean excuse me? You trying to get past and stuff? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, okay, well go on and get past. So he telling me how I look nice in my scrubs and stuff. So I'm not paying him no mind. Then when I go back downstairs, the lady like, oh, this is my son. My son lives with me. So that was all that had happened that day. You know, I washed some dishes. You know, I vacuumed, and then I come home. So that was that. I told them I didn't want to work with her no more, and I should have went with that. That's what I will say in this video. I had a good feeling that it was strange with her son, and I had a good feeling with her that she lied about everything. She could walk around, she could move around. It was just like I should have went with it. So anyway, I see that they had me to work with her again. They said that, you know, I know she had a couple of other women to work with her, but they don't work with her no more. They have other jobs, and we need you to work with her. So me being me, I go back, and this is where I fucked up at. Okay, this is my second day working for her. So I get over there, and she tells me, I need you to. So let me back up. When I get over there, her son opens the door, and her son says she's upstairs. So go upstairs. I ask, and I'm in the hallway, and I ask, and I come to her bedroom to see what she wants. So I get in the bedroom, and she tells me I need for you to clean a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Fold some clothes and stuff. And I can say that some of the things that my patients have asked me to do, I just go out my way to do, even though I don't have to do all of that, but I still do it. And so I clean her house up, wash some dishes, fold some clothes, and stuff like that. And then I am cleaning her house. Then she asks me to go get groceries for her. Sometimes you can't get groceries for your client if it's not far enough, you know. So I went to go get groceries, and when I come back, he opens the door, and you know, had a little bit more things to do around the house and stuff. So Come to find out, she is nowhere in the house because every time I get done with my client's house or with my client's spirit, I always make sure that I tell them I'm leaving, and I'll see them a particular day the next day. So I find out she's not there anymore. Okay, when her son's telling me she's not there anymore, I get to the door, and where her door is, it's made where you have to have someone else to unlock it from the inside. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them doors. So I'm asking him, can he unlock the door for me? So by the time he is by me, he didn't get butt naked. This is a true story. He didn't get butt ass naked, and I'm trying to move away from him as he approached me. We running behind the tables and stuff. He's telling me, I know you want this. I know you've been wanting me. You wear these tight scrubs and stuff like that. Not, and let me just say this. Not that it matter. I didn't have on tight scrubs. I am a shapely, curvy woman. You know what I'm saying? But that has nothing to do with it. Whether I was wearing a G-string and a bra, if I didn't ask you to come fuck me, ask me to touch me, you shouldn't be doing it because I didn't ask for it. And but just remember that situation. So anyway, he's trying to touch me and stuff like that, and I'm running away from him. We running all through in the house and stuff, like he tucking on my clothes and stuff, saying that, look how you look. I ain't never had no girl to come in the house looking like you and stuff. You wanted and stuff. So my phone also had died, right? So I'm trying to get my phone to turn on, even though it died and stuff. So my phone I'm pressing it to come on. It comes on 1%, and I call my mom at home. And I'm trying to scream to tell her what's going on. Phone cut off. All I get on is, Mommy, I'm phone cut off. So I can't call my mom. I can't call the police and stuff. But he doesn't know that my phone is turned off. And I told him, all this that is going on right now, I'm talking to the police right now. They already know my location and everything. So he just stopped what he doing. And I'm thinking, this man about to kill me in this damn house. He will not let me go. And then he opened the door. And he like, while I'm going out the house, he like, I'm just playing with you. I see you. I had the days Wednesday and Friday. I'm just playing with you and stuff like that. So, because mind you, it's only 4 or 5 minutes away. I called my job and I said, I'm not working for this place anymore. I was still, even though this happened, I was still going to work for the company. I just wasn't going to work for this place. But this would have me all the way fucked up. Call the company and tell them what they happened. And they said, well, did you work the end of your shift? Did you hear what the fuck I just said? This trying to rape me, touch me, fuck me, kiss me, lick me. Something he trying to do, running after me, pulling on my clothes. You asked me, did I finish my motherfucking shift? Then the lady who trained me, who is also my supervisor, gonna ask, well, what did you have on? Did you have on scrubs? And I'm like, yeah, what that got to do with? She was like, well, I just want to know, did you have on some shorts or some, jeans, because some home health aides, since they work at people's homes, they'll wear regular clothes. I have always wear scrubs because it's a professional thing to do. But I just couldn't believe that she kept asking me, you sure you don't wear nothing tight? Her as a woman, I'm in a situation where a person could have potentially raped me or killed me in the house where I could not get the fuck out. I literally was trapped in that house, and she's asked me what I had on. It was disgusting for her to be another woman and tell me that shit. Like, really. Not asking me, is you okay? Did you call the police or anything like that? Asking me, did I have on tight clothes and stuff? And I feel like when I watch a lot of stories and documentaries and movies and stuff, it's always that one man or that female that's dumb as fuck in the cut talking about some, oh, well, they was asking for it. They had on a shirt with no bra. They had on some tight ass jeans. No one is asking for it. If someone has not physically, when somebody into you, if someone has not gave you the signs and y'all both is essential on it for y'all to both have sex and stuff like that, it's wrong. And you should never take advantage of someone like that. It's disgusting. All these women throwing away they cock to any man that's looking, and you want somebody that don't want you. Okay? So after that, I told her that I was going to quit and stuff, and I went to the job, picked up my check and stuff, and they just thought it was a joke, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, you was saying you didn't want to work with no man. I guess you really didn't want to work with no man. And I said it wasn't that I didn't want to work with no man, but y'all had me in a situation making it seem like she was just by herself. You know what I'm saying? She got around with her wheelchair and she was by herself. Y'all didn't tell me this. And then when I'm letting y'all know y'all not doing nothing, I didn't call the police. I I think I messed up with that situation too. I should have called the police, but I felt like I should have called the police because, mind you, they said it was other women that had been there before and stuff like that. And what if them women stopped working because they was harmed or he did the same thing to them? Or what if I enraged him so much for quitting and stuff like that, when she lies and say she wants another worker, he might not let this person get out. So that always weigh on me a lot. And I should have did more with that situation. Yeah, I really should have did more with that situation. But I had got my check and I quit. And after I quit with that, that's when I started working as being a nursing assistant. I never wanted to be a home health aide. I should have stuck with my first mind, even though I wanted the experience. It's not for me. Anybody that wants to be a home health aide, ladies, first off, even though men are home health aides, be safe if you want to do it. I do not recommend it. If I had children, I wouldn't want them to be a home health aide. But let some. If you are a home health aide, the things I would say is, make sure that you have a supervisor or the person who's your scheduler. Make sure you ask who are all in the house. Make sure that if you have a brother, sister, a mom, dad, boyfriend, girlfriend, make sure you always send your location. Let them know when you're supposed to be working and when you're supposed to be getting off. And stick to what you don't want to work with. If you don't want to work with women, stick to it. If you don't want to work with men, stick to that. Because as a home health aide, you never know what you're going into. I am Nunu Vixen, and this is Girl Talk.